everybody, this is Excel video 481 and I'm Nate Moore. If you don't have somebody like me preparing the data for you, organizing it and just getting the stuff you want, all the data you do want, none of the data you don't want out of SQL Server, what you can do is you can end up with a lot of extra fields in the pivot table field list. The one, I've built this and so I've only got what I want, but if you're pulling from an outside data source and you don't have somebody like me who can just give you what you want to see, this list can get awfully long and awfully messy awfully fast. What I want to do in Excel video 481 is show you how to clean this list up a bit. Now, the challenge today isn't that we have extra data that we didn't want kind of thing. The challenge today is if you look at the dates table, I've got this year-month sort column, the weekday sort column, and if you remember, the month column is also just there to sort. That's the only reason it's there. So I need it there because I need to do the sorting that we did in the last Excel video. But I'm never going to use it in a pivot table. I'm never going to use it in Power View or Power Map or any place else. I just need it as kind of a helper column, if you will, if you're familiar with those in Excel. What I'm going to do today is show you how to get rid of those, how to hide them from the client tools. That's the phrase that they use in Power Pivot, so that they don't clutter up your list with stuff you're never going to use. It just makes it easier to find what you're looking for. Especially if you've got folks besides you using your data or your tools, or if you don't use this one very often and you go back and say, now which field was it? Is month the one I want? No, it's not the one I want. It's a mess. Here's how to do it. Weekday sort is one of the fields I want to get rid of. From the right-click menu, what you can do is hide from client tools. Nothing happens here, but here, again, hide from client tools. Month number is the other one I think I want to get rid of. And we could get rid of month too if we want. I'm going to leave month for the time being and get rid of month number. Let's do that just for fun. Now that I've done that, what I can do is close Power Pivot. And when I come back over here, let's close down this and notice how my list is shorter. I've hidden a lot of these fields that I don't need anymore. I want to go back in and show you a couple more tricks from the right-click menu. See how they're grayed out a bit now? From the right-click menu, there's a couple other things I just want to mention while I'm in here. Create relationship will let you do the relationships like you can do from the design tab or from the diagram view. It's just one more place to get it. Freeze column is like Excel. If you wanted to always look at the far left column and then scroll over to see what was going on, you can do freeze column. The one I want to caution you about, the one that's burned me, let's put it that way, rename column. If you say, you know, I really wish this column wasn't called weekday but was called weekday name, you can right click and rename column and that will work. The thing you have to be careful of, remember when we connected data and our existing connections and we connected data from SQL Server, there's one from the AC14 database and there's a bill charges table and that kind of stuff. If you're not careful, if you right click and change names after you've added the field to the pivot table, what will happen is Excel will lock that connection to SQL Server, your outside data source, and you won't be able to add any additional fields to it. The connection's still going to work. Everything you used to have will work. But if somebody comes back and says, hey, I'm glad you've got bill charges, but now I need to add work RVU, or now I need to add secondary insurance, or now I need to add this new referral source, or any other column, your whole Excel data model is now locked down. And if you come over here from the data tab and connections, and if you tried to come over here and change these properties, it's all grayed out. You can't get to the properties to change it anymore. And some properties can't be changed because this connection was modified using the Power Pivot add-in. Hopefully you never faced with that. Hopefully you've got somebody like me managing your data and you don't have to worry about it. But the caution for today is, whoops, there we go. Be very careful renaming columns because it can lock your data and not let you make changes as your data changes going forward. That's all I wanted to say. An easy hide from client tools. Be careful with rename column. Stay tuned. We're going to build this date table in the next Excel video. Thanks for watching.